is fundamental theorem of arithmetics. So before going to discuss this fundamental theorem of arithmetics, we need to know about the words multiple, factor, prime, composite and everything. I think you all know it, but I will recall you. Okay, if you divide a number a with b and the remainder is 0, then in this situation what we say? If we are dividing a with b and the remainder is 0, then we will write that a is equals to bq. Okay, because the quotient may be some q, a is equals to some b into q plus 0. What it means? A is equals to bq. Just have it. If a is equals to bq, this b is called a factor of a, b is called a divisor of a, and a is called multiple of b. By observing this we can generate different statements. Okay, a is divisible by b divides a is multiple of b is factor of a. Like that we can generate many statements. Okay, so if a is equals to bq, we say that b is a factor of a. And for suppose if you have a number like something like 12, if you write this 12 as 3 into 4, see for sure clearly 12 is a multiple of 3, 12 is a multiple of 4, 3 is a factor of 12. So like that we will say. And by writing this, by identifying this factor and multiple, if you list out all the factors, okay, if there are only two factors for a number, then those numbers are considered as prime, right? Okay, something like 2 is a prime because it has only two factors 1 and 2. 3 is a prime because it has only two factors 1 and 3. So likewise we have different prime numbers, and the numbers having more than two factors is considered as composite number. And here this is fundamental theorem of arithmetics. This is stating that every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique apart from the order in which they occur. So what it means? And one more thing is, this is fundamental theorem of arithmetics. Fundamental theorem is a basic statement which helps to generate the complete chapter and complete theory. Okay, we have fundamental theorem of arithmetics in number system. We have fundamental theorem of algebra in polynomials. We have fundamental theorem of calculus. See, in calculus part. Like that we have fundamental theorem of sets. We have fundamental theorem in most of the chapters, right? So now here we are discussing fundamental theorem of arithmetics. So the theorem is very fundamental, that in the sense without proof we need to accept. Without proof we need to accept, and it is very helpful in solving many problems. And now look at the statement. Every composite number, you just take a composite number, and that composite number can be expressed as product of primes. So that is very clear. We learned from the childhood itself. For suppose if you take a number like what I need to take, something like 100. If you take, if you take 100, and we know the way of expressing this 100 as product of primes, so you just go with two 50s, and then two 25s, then 5 5s. So from this we will write that 100 is equals to 2 square into 5 square. 100 is a composite number, and we are expressing this 100 as product of primes. And this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. See, 100 is equals to 2 square into 5 square means 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So these are the primes, and see, if you change the order, no problem, the value remains same, right? So what the statement is saying, that the factorization is unique. There exists no other factorization, no other possible way of expressing 100 as product of primes. This is the one and only one way of expressing that 100. Okay, and if you change the order, no problem, value remains same, right? See, just change the order and don't say it as second representation. Okay, changing the order of these primes is not considered as the second representation. We need to consider it as the same representation. That is this particular statement, apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Okay, for suppose if you have a number like 1001, and this 1001 is simply what? I think so, 7 into 11 into 13. See, 1001 is a number, and its prime and its representation according to fundamental theorem of arithmetics as a product of primes is 7, 11, 13. Okay, You just change the order. This is 7, 11, 13, right? Some people will say by expressing it like as 11, 7, 13. And they will say that this is one representation of 1001 as product of primes, and that is another representation of 1001 as product of primes. Is it correct? Wrong. So that's why the statement is including that. Don't consider the change of order. Okay. So at the end, see, this way of discussion clarifies that take any composite number, for sure there is a chance to express that as product of primes in unique way apart from the order of prime factors. Right? This is fundamental theorem of arithmetics, and in the next class we are going to solve different problems included in our syllabus based on this fundamental theorem of arithmetics. Okay? Have a look.